Well, good morning. Dark o'clock. Coffee in hand and ready to put some underpants on. So I'm working on the last 2-page spread in the Circus book. The fire breather is on this page. You can see her little hat out here. This is a lovely piece of black paper. This came in between the pages of the book that was made specifically for me. Hopefully you've seen the video on that. So amazing. The ladies collaborated and put a book together. So I'm going to use this as some frames on this page. So I'm putting it into the book as a 2-page spread, and I'm going to put some underpants on. So grabbing my Mod Podge and my underpants, and I am going to go forward and put underpants on this side and on this side. So we all know how to do that. Enjoy your coffee and your underpants this morning. Feels good to be back on the table. Although I had a delicious, divine time in Costa Rica. And thank you to all of you in the $1.99 a month Underpants Club that came along and saw all of that deliciousness with us. And some playfulness and some amazing animals. All right, underpants on. I am going to put a magnet on this page so that our little clown guy can stick to it. I'm going to put a magnet here for our clown. So that he can stick from page to page. I'm also going to put some underpants on the back of her clown hat. And I can take the excess off after that dries. Now some underpants on this side. All right, I have this clipped in place with a grungy clip. And I have this clipped in place to keep it kind of flat. I have no idea how I did the other pages, so we're just going to go forward and play. I do have approximately the same colors out that I've used in the book. So, random playtime. I wonder if that'll stay. Well, we're going to try. And we'll let that dry. Bring in my stencil. Love this stencil, along with I love other stencils, but I love this stencil. And some blue paint. And I'm going to go through here and add some blue paint on both pages. And we'll let those dry. Bring in my other favorite stencil. I have these in stock on my website. And add some fun color here and there, if I can stop myself. And we'll let that dry. Now I know I want the pages to be cohesive, but I am not looking at the other pages that I did before I went to Costa Rica. So hopefully they're cohesive enough. Put a little bit of ochre paint on there. Now I am sucking up all of the extra paint on some other side pieces. Those can be used for something later. And bring my card in. Bring a bit of ochre paint through. And we'll let that dry. I have this yummy bubble wrap. We'll put some white gesso on it. Sometimes we get the other colors that come off. We shall see. And we'll let that dry. Black StazOn ink, rubber pad. black StazOn ink, rubber stamp, make some random noise on the page. And I'm not sure why, but this page is screaming for a little bit of pink. So I have some pink pearlescent there. Don't want that lid. And I don't know why, but this page is screaming for a little bit of pink. So I took the lid off the blue paint, put some pink around the edge. Add some fun circles, never know when to stop. That's fun. All right, we're going to let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to bring in my elephant. I cut him in 2 pieces so that his head wiggles up and down. Now if I were to do this again, I would cut the head off separately and the body separately. I have them on cardboard, and I would leave more of a flangey here so that I could lift that head up higher. But that is not what I did. So I'm going to spit and smudge some Stabilo around the edge, low light him. I'm going to bring in my black gesso, see if I can darken those edges a little bit so that they don't stand out so much. I'm bringing in my gesso and I'm painting the edge black. It just stands out a little bit too much for me. That cardboard. bring in some yummy paper that someone sent to me. Cut out my circles, as many as I can here. Cut those in half. I'm going to glue those down with some Mod Podge. So I decided to put some half circles here. These are the leftovers from the half circles. They are too delicious to throw away, so I'm going to glue those on the top across there. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to bring in the sort of red watercolor crayon. Go around the edges of the page, the yumminess, the circles. Just have fun with it, because this will blend with a little bit of moisture. And of course, as you know, I am a spit and smudge girl. So I'll do that to this page and to this page. I'm going to clean this page up a little bit, because I have the stick under there for the fire breather. And her hat. Kind of stands out a little bit too much. Let's grab a little bit of ochre. There. And definitely some Stabilo after that paint dries. You gotta wait, Lori Marie. You just gotta wait sometimes. All right, I'm gonna bring my Stabilo in, go around the edge where I went around with the watercolor crayon, darken the edges up, and then we will embellish the pages. All right, this page is pretty bumpy. I'm going to put some tacky glue on the back of him here, and then put my rice bag on there to see if I can get him to lay flat. That is the intention. I don't want to glue his head though, so we still want his head to be able to move. So we're going to give it a whirl. Tacky glue, rice bag, walk away. I know some of you have glue that you like better than the tacky glue. Oh, growling tummy. And I encourage you to use that. I have a whole bunch of tacky glue that I have to use up before I can invest in anything more. So, all right, going to be nice and stiff. Bring in my rice bag, put that on top of my elephant, and walk away. Need to keep the magnet free. The magnet's there. Rice bag in place, and we'll let that dry. This is the loose page. I want to put these images through windows. Something like that. So, engineering. Be nice if I could put them both on there like that. We're going to give that a try. It's going to cut into some embellishment, but I'm okay with that. So here's the first window. I cut out a template on some cardboard. Bring in a white gel pen. Bring in a white gel pen. Trace that template. Might be able to get away with that. We're going to give it a whirl. Bring in my cutting board. A sharp X-Acto. I'm going to bring in my cutting board, sharp X-Acto, and a ruler. And I'm going to cut out those windows. All right, I've decided to leave the covers on and to fold that back. Hopefully I didn't make that too big. I think that'll work. perfectly straight as we would expect. Now to cut the other one. Bring in my corner cutter, round off those corners. Bring in my corner cutter, round those corners of the doorways off. Bring my awl in, put a little starter hole there. Starter hole there. Could have done that with my crocodile, but my awl was handier. Bring in Brad. Ta-da! Pictures will go in here on the page when the elephant dries. Alright, if I could find my mica sheets, or if I had mica, I would use mica for this. Yeah, I don't think I have any mica right now, which I love. So we're going to use what we have, which is an acetate sheet. Cut it to about the size of that black paper. Bring in the tacky glue and put it around there. Not on the doors if at all possible. Lay the acetate sheet on there. And since my rice bag is busy right now, I'm going to sit on this and keep it flat. I'm going to bring in my pictures, wherever they are. Before I sit on that, I am going to put a little bead of tacky glue around the frame. put my images down. So I'm going to put my images down on that bead of So I'll put my images down on the bead of tacky glue. Beautiful. So the images are glued onto the back. The acetate is there. I'll bring in my Stabilo. Go around those little doors with the Stabilo spit and smudge. Let's see how our elephant's doing. Okay, he's good. He is good. All right, we are going to glue this page in. Our book is never going to close again. We might as well accept that. And I am okay with that. All right, I'm going to put some tacky glue. Yeah, I'm going to put tacky glue on this and glue it to that front page. We'll do any cleanups afterwards, okay? I have this page stuck down. We'll trim off afterwards. There will be some trimming that needs to be done. I'm okay with that. Bring that rice bag in. And yes, just try and walk away. All right, gang, the elephant head did not work. Not enough room, not enough wiggle room. So we're going to have to come up with something better. So I took a piece of cardboard, about that shape, glued the elephant's head back on that. It has a hole in it. It's not dry, of course, and I'm still fiddling with it. It has a hole in it here for the brad. The brad's going to have to go on the outside instead of the inside. All right, so I need to let that dry. I need to just walk away and let that dry. So patience, patience, not one of my virtues. And we will come back and redo the elephant. You know it's not dry, and I can't wait. So his head is gluing on. I'm going to put a little bit of lace there to kind of camouflage his neck being so long now. And my brad. This is the same brad that I used before. Don't know if I need to put it on the outside of that lace or the inside of that lace. We're going to try the outside first. That might work. I have a hole here. I had to go further down with the hole, so I've had to pull him up because this has broken through. See where that's broken through? So we have to put the hole in a different place. And far enough over. Oof. Can we put it up there? We're going to try to put it up here. This is broken through as well. So he's been mutilated a bit. And that brad can't be too tight or his head won't turn. All right, that's good. Now, oh, he's fun. Now I have to re-glue the elephant down. All right, I want to add some color to these two pages. So I'm bringing in the yellow ochre, of course, and some water to dilute it to create a glaze more than a paint. And we'll let those dry. Bring in my Stabilo. Spit and smudge that edge. Around the page, around the image, around the page, and on the seams. Okay? All right, and ta-da. Oh, and ta-da. So there's the inside cover. There's the next page with the windows. Very fun. This is the magnet clown that goes from page to page. So he will go to the next page. And here's our salvaged elephant. Not quite dry. I'm okay with that. So let me lift him up a little bit more. And we have a completed circus book. We'll do a walkthrough soon, okay? All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.